All right. Don't really have anything for you, so go ahead.
Mike, it's another Victory Monday. You have said the process stays the same. Does anything about this Victory Monday feel or look different for you?
Well, I think that's part of the message this week with the guys is there's going to be a lot that's under our control that we can keep it within our process, but there's going to be some things that are going to be different, and that's okay. But the things that is going to stay the same is like our approach to every day and like what the intent of the day or the walkthrough or whatever we're trying to achieve that day is. So today's kind of one of those things like where you got to go over some logistics, which is some exciting stuff, but it's also something that we want to get out ahead of, so when it's time for football, we can be focused on football.
What does this week look like for you guys schedule-wise?
The guys are going to be off. Well, they're in today for some logistics stuff. We just kind of put last night's game to bed. Got the food trucks out there, which is exciting. Off for a couple days, and then we'll start like a normal week cadence on Thursday. I believe we're traveling on Sunday. So.
And it seems like with Super Bowl coaches, there's different schools of thought about like how much of the game plan you want to give
Yeah.
that first week before
Yeah.
you take off. What's your
We're working through that. Definitely different schools of thought, to your point. I'm talking to some folks today, talking to our coordinators on how we want to operate. We're still working through how exactly we want to do it. And frankly, I think it's going to be something that we're going to navigate as these 2 weeks kind of present itself too. So, but the bulk of the work will be happen this week, and then we'll go from there.
Are you going to consult with John Harbaugh on how he did Super Bowls?
I haven't talked to John yet, but at some point I probably will. Yeah.
What kind of, when you went back and watched the tape of it, what's something that kind of caught your eye and made you kind of, when you saw it from above, kind of made you stand out to you?
I just think the way our guys play is just proud of our effort and how we play. Just really you can kind of go through each position group, each guy, and point to plays where, as insignificant as it seemed in that moment, how it played into the bigger picture, and that's really cool. It just shows you the power of like the collective effort that the guys had. So, really proud of their effort.
Have you had the fourth down play from the end zone carrying over the picture shaking quite a bit?
Oh yeah.
You talked a lot of reads of
It was electric, and I mean, even after during the celebration, I don't think anybody left. The whole stadium was still packed, just cheering for everybody. It was just an incredible showing by the 12s.
Have you had any time you have to look at New England or anything like that?
I think I've watched like 5 plays.
You said this morning there hadn't been any crossover between your stage.
Right.
Have you come across that before, where like you just end up with toward the end and you need to have a single?
Well, no, because normally, the way the schedule is, at some point, everyone's kind of mix and match the same way, where you're end up playing like common opponents throughout the year. So, and even in the playoffs, it might happen to you where you're playing another division that you weren't like matched with. So this one, this is kind of unique from my experience at least. But you're only talking about 10 to 12 years here.
You said, I think last week, that you guys wouldn't be here if you didn't have the participation during OTAs and minicamp.
Yeah.
You did. Why do you think you had that kind of participation?
Well, I think it's a tribute to our guys. I mean, it was something that, like, at this point last year, as we were finishing up the season, I think the buy-in of like understanding of what we were trying to achieve was there, and the guys were excited about it. I felt like maybe towards the last part of the season, they started to feel like what we could build and the possibility of doing it, and so maybe like the initial intention was there. And then really it's a team effort, coaches included, strength staff included, once they're in the building, creating an environment where they feel like they can really, take it to the next level. And I think offensively we might have been 100% dang near every day, which is awesome, especially with the new staff. So it's really incredible.
You talked about Sam a lot in the game, obviously, but in particular, some of the throws he's making under pressure. That's the team that creates pressure in pass games.
Yeah.
Hit those touchdowns, do what he did.
Yeah, those are great plays, all-time great plays. Standing in there and trusting the timing of the play and letting it rip. So it's pretty awesome.
What do you think? I think Kenneth Walker, like the numbers don't seem that impressive, but he had a lot of good runs.
He had a lot of great runs. He really did, and a lot of hidden talk about hidden yardage within that game, and he's responsible for a lot of those hidden yards. So I mean, I'd like to block him a little bit better at points, but when you have a guy like K9, he can make it right for you. So that was awesome.
He can occasionally have a run go backward because he tries to make a little bit more. But when he's able to turn that play into a touchdown, where he's able to make the spades miss in the middle of the field,
Yeah,
I think
it's a similar message that we have with the rest of our players. I'm thinking like with Sam as well. It's just, hey, like go be decisive, and then let's go fix it from there. And I think you've seen Ken's game go to the next level throughout the course of the season. And again, if you change up your messaging on him and you say, hey, like you have to run it like this all the time, but you don't get some of those runs that his natural ability takes over. So there's a balance there, and it's kind of like the secret sweet spot that you're searching for a guy like him.
What would you think that George is the backup and Cam kind of being behind him? What do you think of that?
Oh, it was remarkable. I mean, he hasn't played in how many weeks? Then normally when you guy coming off of IR, they need some time to get ready to go. But tribute to him and our training staff for having him in shape, and just shows you just got to stay ready, man. All 70 guys need everybody. You never know what's going to happen, and when the opportunity presents itself and you're ready, it's something great can happen.
What are some of the unique logistical challenges of moving your whole operation to practice somewhere else? Is it similar to the joint practices that give you a little bit of an idea?
A little bit. Right now, I was kind of just looking at it big picture. It feels like it's more of what it would feel like when we play like overseas. You're taking servers, and there's a lot of video. There's a lot of logistical stuff that's going, technical stuff that a lot of people have to put in a lot of work to make it happen. But we trust what's awesome is like we don't have to worry. I mean, we just kind of show up and do our job. Everybody else does a great job of kind of setting the table for us.
As you know it so far, what do you see as a big challenge for you, for your players? Anything?
I think it's it's easy to say process, but the days are going to look a little bit different. So it's really the intent behind what we're trying to do every day, and just staying focused on the things that we can control, because there is so much extra, and that comes with the territory. So it's exciting. It's an opportunity to kind of make it, to get it right. And I trust our guys are going to be great. They know that we got one goal in mind. Let's go make it happen.
Mike, do you have any early sense on whether Sam's going to be able to do more in practice over the next couple of weeks?
I honestly don't. I don't know what the trajectory is with how many reps he's going to need or how much he's going to want to take. So I don't know that yet.
And then how did Charles come out of the game?
To my knowledge, he's good. It's just still sore. Oh, it's just game breaker. I don't know what his stats were, but he felt like he affected the game dang near every play. So tremendous. All three levels. Sparking the offense at the end of the half was huge. Obviously going up big in the red zone. Yeah, a great game.
Brady Russell, any more on
He's got a hand right now, so we'll just kind of work through it on what the timing is and what we need to do.
Do you think Robbie has a chance to make it back for this one?
We hope so. Yeah, just it's got to calm down so we can have a better feel for how it's gonna look. But I'm not sure what his practice status is going to be this week. Not sure.
Speaking of Robbie, though, when you had to adapt without him in the lineup there, how did you feel like you kind of worked around that absence and some of the things you did to
Yeah, well, I thought our tight ends played really well. Eric Sauber had a great game. A.J. Barner, Nick Collar had some good plays. So we're able to work around it. So it's the benefit of having those type of bodies that can play on special teams, and Brady was able to fill a role as well at fullback. So just something that you have to work through.
How's Drake Thomas?
Good. Again, don't know the extent of practice availability and all that, but it's just a shoulder right now. Well, I think that's one of the reasons we made him captain last week. Is just this guy is he's kind of like the heartbeat of our team to a certain extent, especially on defense. I mean, definitely an emotional leader. Sets the tone every day. When you have a guy that's been around for that long and he operates the way he does, and just sets a great example for the rest of the team. So really happy for him for what he's been able to put our team in the position.
You say set the tone.
It's kind of like set your intention. Like what are we trying to do? It's kind of like what Ernest does. It's just there's a certain attention to detail, physicality, the method about how we want to operate. He brings that every day, and when you have a guy with his stature that has that, it's contagious.
Nick had the 3 pass breakups last time. What did you think of your game?
If I'm broken record, but I thought Nick had a great game. I think that the difference between this game and San Francisco is, I think he handled his kind of emotional sweet spot better. You know, he was in more of like an operative mode and just played great football. You know, and really affected the game. And if we don't have those pass breakups, I think there's a different outcome to the game.
Is there clarity? I'm sorry, John. Go ahead.
You got a lot of your veteran players on the team, and Julian, Marcus, Sam, never been to this stage. Just as a coach, to be able to see all these guys who have these great careers.
Yeah.
Have this moment.
Well, it's great. I mean, and it's awesome, but it also means that we got work to do. You know, and I think one of the differences about how we've ran our program this year and the last 2 years is like we don't have hey, this is the Super Bowl handbook. This is how you handle all the things. It's our mentality is hey, look, we're all in this together and going into this experience, and this is how we want to take it day by day and kind of get through all these hurdles, so to speak. And those guys will be right along there for the ride and leading the charge. So that's how we're going to handle it.
It was kind of a rough game in moments for all 3 of your cornerbacks last night. For them to ultimately come back on that final drive and cover up on those last 2 plays, including the breakups by Devon. How critical was that for you guys there for them to still hold on right now?
Yeah, I think it's just that's the byproduct of the inputs you put in. You know, you face some adversity early in the game, but you just stick to it, and you trust that. If you just keep stacking plays over and over again, you give yourself a chance. So, the plays by Spoon in the red zone were just, some of the best plays in, our team history probably. I mean, it's just including the circumstances. So it's awesome.
Do you have any more clarity on your assistant coaches and their job prospects past this season?
No, I don't. Couple like opportunities have been filled to my knowledge, but nothing like finalized.
We'll talk about integrity is important for this team. How did that show up, like after week 1, and then the players talk, and then they refocus and get back in the game?
Yeah. How we define integrity is just doing the things that you say you're going to do and do that consistently. So, and don't let those. I mean, if you don't let the outcome affect how you're going to operate, you can operate that way. And so when you do work through those things in adverse times, I think that really shows what you're made of, and our guys prove that time and time again.
Steadfast is another word you've been using.
Yeah.
How does that show up, and why is that important in your program?
Yeah, you could say like relentless, right? Just that's part of what we want to be our play style. And how can you not? How could you just like you're gonna step off the gas for what? Like you're gonna stop, chasing a vision or how you want to play, or stop, training, or stop, coaching your guys. Like that makes no sense. Why would you operate that way?
Jake Bobo has only had a couple catches for you last season, but the biggest one up there, he comes up with a big
Oh, yeah.
touchdown. He seems like he's been like kind of a heartbeat guy for you guys in the locker room anyway, despite that. What kind of impression does that make on you that he's able to make that play in the moment and hang with you all the time?
I think you're just really happy for him. I'm not surprised. That's Jake Bobo. That's the guy that we know, we love. To your point, I mean, I think a couple weeks ago he was a captain, and shows you like the respect that he carries throughout the team and how much we appreciate him and how much we respect him. So for him to make a play in that setting, I mean, I think you're just fired up for the guy. You're just really happy for him.
Areas you said Witherspoon's breakups are some of the best plays in the toughest. You mean mistakes? What he did physically, mentally, reading that?
I think just concerning like the situation and what got us to that point and what was required, especially the last play. I mean, the play shouldn't be lasting that long. And talk about relentlessness, like I'm thinking if I'm in that type of coverage, I don't have to, cover for, X amount of time, and now all of a sudden it extends, and it's like there's no blink. He's just competing, and he did that the whole game. And that's who he is.
He said he thought that was going to be. He said it was a 7 route for the tight end earlier in the same situation. That's what he knew was going to be a breaking route. Is that him, or is that something you guys told?
Oh no, that's him. Yeah.
Any areas,
Last
Coach,
question.
you're looking to emphasize defensively, or the Rams game is just outliers because they're the Rams?
No, there's look. It's a football game. We're gonna go work what happened. We're gonna take some things out of it that I thought our guys did really well that maybe we can build off of, and there's gonna be some things that we need to get cleaned up. So the guys know that they're great, and we'll work that over the next few days and get back to work on Thursday.
What was last night like for you after you got done talking to us?
It was epic. It was awesome. It was great.
Thank you, everyone.
All right. Thank you.